Bing. Bing's big surprise. Round the corner, not far away, Bing is making a playhouse today. Bing and Sula pile up the boxes, pots and bottles on the grass outside. Bing looks back at the shed.
Is my playhouse ready yet?
He asks.
Our playhouse?
Panda and Sula giggle.
Soon, Bing,
promises Flop. There's still lots to do. Sula looks around.
What do we do with all these things, Flop?
She asks. Well, replies Flop, some we'll give away, some we'll have to throw out, and some we can recycle. Pando doesn't know what recycling is, so Sula explains.
It's when you use something again and don't throw it away.
Once the shed is empty, they rush to look inside.
It's not very playhousey, is it, Bing?
Says Sula, feeling disappointed.
Let's put this in,
suggests Bing, spotting an old picnic blanket. Sula and Pando find cushions and toys to bring in as well. Now it feels more like a playhouse, but something is still missing. Lights. Flop switches them on. Click.
Oh, beautiful,
they all gasp.
It needs one other thing,
says Bing, looking around for a quiet spot for Hoppity's bed. Sula helps Bing find the perfect place up on a shelf in the corner. But something else is sitting on the shelf.
Wow! It's a birdie nest with eggs! Birdie eggs, Flop!
Bing can't believe his eyes. What a special surprise! Pando and Sula can't wait to look at the eggs too.
I want to see!
Sula exclaims.
Can I see?
Pando asks excitedly, jumping up and down. Pando jumps onto the crate. Okay, says Flop firmly. Let's take turns. Be gentle and careful not to touch the nest or the eggs. Very important. It's Sula's turn now.
Oh, they're so pretty.
But where has the birdie gone?
Birdie,
calls Pando, laughing.
Birdie, birdie. Shh, Pando. We scared the birdie away. Shh.
Sula has an idea.
Let's look outside.
Bing, Sula, Pando and Flop are super quiet as they peep over the boxes and up at the big tree.
Ah, look,
says Bing.
There she is. She's just a tiny birdie. Shh, Bing,
Sula reminds him. The bird flies into the playhouse, through a little gap under the roof. Bing rushes into the playhouse, but she isn't there.
If we go in, the birdie won't go in,
he realizes.
But,
adds Sula,
if the birdie doesn't stay with her eggs, they won't hatch into babies. Oh no, says Bing. No baby birdies.
Bing, Pando and Sula feel very sad at the idea of no baby birdies. Suddenly, the little birdie sings again.
Hello, birdie,
everyone says, waving and listening to her pretty song. Maybe she's waiting to see what you will do, suggests Flop. Bing is quiet for a moment. I think, he says,
we should let it be her house, Flop.
That's very kind of you, Bing, says Flop.
And then, when her babies have grown,
Bing adds,
it can be our playhouse again.
Bing closes the playhouse door and the little bird flies straight inside to her nest, tweeting her song.
Oh, she's saying thank you, Bing,
says Sula, giggling.
That's okay, birdie,
says Bing, smiling.
But now we don't have a playhouse,
says Pando. Bing suddenly has an idea.
The tent,
he cries.
We can use the tent.
Great idea, says Flop, opening the tent with a pop.
Yay!
Everyone cheers. Sharing your playhouse. It's a Bing thing. The end. Bing's splashy story. Round the corner, not far away, Bing wants to read a story today. Bing is splish-sploshing in the bath.
Flop, can I have my Hoppity-Vush book, please?
Flop thinks the bath is too wet for books.
Oh, please,
Bing asks.
I really want a story.
Okay, Bing, agrees Flop, but books don't like baths, so I'll hold it for you over here. Flop reads the title, Hoppity-Vush and the Moonkeeper.
Yay, Hoppity-Vush!
Bing gets so excited that he accidentally splashes the book. Flop wipes away a drop of water. Then he begins. Hoppity-Vush was snoozing in his hammock when he heard
crying,
interrupts Bing excitedly.
Boo-hoo-hoo!
As the story goes on, Bing's splashes get bigger and bigger. After an extra big splash, it's time for Bing to hop out and get dry. Bing continues with the story.
Hoppity thinks the star is crying, Flop, but it's the moon. He's got to whoosh to the moon. Hoppity was caught in a thundery cloud and got all drippity-wet.
Bing leaves the book on the side of the bath to show Flop how Hoppity twirled in the wind to get dry. The wind goes woof, woof, woof. Bing is so busy twirling that he doesn't see the book go sploosh into the water. Oh, says Flop, fishing the book out of the bath.
Oh no!
Bing gasped.
The water got in my book.
Books really don't like baths. This book needs time to dry out, says Flop. Bing is sad that they can't carry on reading his bedtime story. We can always tell stories, Bing. We don't need a book for that, Flop says gently. In bed with Hoppity, Bing finishes the story for Flop. And then Hoppity sings a lullaby to the Moonkeeper and whooshes home to bed. That's a very good story, yawns Flop. Night-night, Bing. Telling stories. It's a Bing thing. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.